The mission of the Adidas Futures program is to award the top unsigned, uncommitted student athletes from all over the country. There's a strong emphasis on uncommitted. The reason being is that we want to be the voice of the player. And in surveying the majority of top athletes, they've explained to us that they do feel a lot of pressure at age 15 and 16 to commit early. And this is going to be one of their most key critical choices of their life, is their college choice. And by committing early, they lose that once-in-a-lifetime experience that the recruiting process brings to them. One of 3 criteria must be met to be eligible and selected as a national camp invitee. Either you are selected by the Adidas Futures Scouts at a top national or regional tournament. 2, you are referred and recommended by a college coach. Or lastly, we are taking online applications via our website at www.adidasfutures.com. We do believe that there are several diamond-in-the-rough athletes that might not get on the best summer team and or qualify at the end of the year for nationals. And we want those athletes to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience. They might be in an area of the country, such as Alaska or Maine, where there's not a team that is going to get to nationals. And we want to make sure that a small percentage of those athletes have this opportunity. We have some of the top college coaches in attendance here this weekend. They want a better template for scouting. It's not about quantity, it's more about quality. I think limiting the number of participants, whether it's any kind of recruiting camp or tournament, ultimately helps them. The bigger dream of Adidas Futures is to not only have a camp, but to have a tournament around this camp, and ultimately hear the cry of the college coaches that they don't want to be on the road as much as they're on the road. And the way we run this is hopefully part of the answer.
This is the second time that we've been here, and it has been not only a blessing for us, but it's also been a blessing for our daughter. We loved the talk the other night, and we were thrilled that they tried to mix the sports and the education and put the emphasis on education as being equally or more important than the sports itself.
Okay, what was our word? What was our word Friday? Education. Okay, athletics, that'll take care of itself. You're already talented enough. We feel these student athletes are not only going to college to play softball, but also to achieve a degree and ultimately work in a profession that they enjoy just as much as softball. That's why we do have the opening night discussion about picking a college that is not only an athletic and social fit, but more importantly, an academic fit. In the past, we've had Monica Abbott, Katie Burkhardt, as well as Sue Enquist at our Adidas Futures events. It's important when we're assembling the top athletes to also assemble the top role models in the sport, and those 3 obviously have been role models to our sport, and it's important that they get their message out at the opening night of our event.
Make every little thing you do count, whether it's just taking short hops before every game, or taking rolled ground balls, or hitting off the tee, 25 swings before every game. Whatever you do, stick to it, whether it's something that you did since you were 5 years old, or it's something that you just started doing.
This has been a fantastic. Adidas has been wonderful, and the coaching itself has been great. The girls have loved it, I think. My daughter, her flight was at 2:40, and we canceled that, rescheduled, because she didn't want to leave. She said, "No, Mom, let's see what we can do, because I don't want to leave. I want to play this last game." So that in itself, I think, shows how much this is meant for her.
Get some! When I got invited, I absolutely was thrilled, like the first time, and then the second time I was just ecstatic to come again because I absolutely loved it. It is the best camp I have ever been to by far. You get recruited amazingly. You get to come out and play for fun, like for 2 full days. You get free stuff, which is kind of cool, and then the greatest people you'll ever meet. Like, I've met people last year that I still keep in contact with. I've met lifelong friends, and it's the greatest thing you'll ever do.
We're excited about the direction of the Adidas Futures brand itself. We have always said that it is about the athlete, and we've had a lot of the athletes that are now in school. They no longer need to be recruited, so they're looking for an internship. So we've decided to listen to them and in the future create an Adidas Futures intern program that not only allows them to come back and help out at the camp, but more importantly, we teach them the business side of Adidas Futures, how it's run. We're going to actually expand into other sports. And we just, again, we feel like, you know, Futures is truly about the student athlete. And we need to provide and continue to provide opportunities for them that they can continue the dream beyond softball.